Morning guys, we're off to Newtons Lakes Fishery this morning, and you might have seen it on my TikTok before. I've done loads of sessions there, landed some absolute bangers, so check it out if you have not seen it before. Loads of people commenting on the videos as well, asking what baits, what tactics to use, how much it costs, where is it, and I'm going to go through everything on this video. But first I'm going to head to World of Water to get all my rigs, all my bait, all my goos, everything like that, so let's head there. Alright, time to get some bait, and I am at World of Water, so just needs to get a couple of bits. There's kind of 3-4 main things I use at Newtons Lake, one being the spicy krill goo. One thing I'm going to try as well is the shot on the hook. I just watched the underwater with the Norton Disney guys, Danny Fairbrass, and he was using that shot on the hook. Whether it works better or not, I'm going to give it a go, and I just need a couple of more new rigs, so I just use the pre-ties, these Fox ones here, size 8 all the time, never let me down. I've got slow sinking corn, I've got pellet, I've got boilie, so yeah, should be good. There it is, the lake. So it's quite big. It goes all the way around to the right hand side. You can get on your pegs for 10 AM as well, so that's quite good. So let's go have a little bit of a walk around. Yeah, so here is the little bit that goes into the canal bit. And if you walk down here, so that's peg 5. Come down here. This is a really good spot for all fishing the lilies on that far side, that far bank. The carp they do travel through these little margins here, so that far margin there and this far margin here. This close margin, I mean. And there's, in this central section here, in this middle section here, there's a little bit of a weed bed. I think it's about here. But here, there's like a dead shallow bit. I think it's only about 1 foot or 2 foot, if that, in this middle bit. And if you fish from that peg there, put one in the middle, and up to these trees here, you should get one there.
You need to get on with fucking Spooner and Dovey. That'd be a fucking good one.
And I'm definitely not as good as them, like, but if I could get on, yeah, it'd be cool, wouldn't it? So having a bit of a walk around, there's a load of wind pushing down this canal bit here. And last time I fished 8, which is over there, I did fish this central section. So I might just put a rod down here with this wind pushing up. Have a little bit of walk around. Just speaking to some guys, and they just moved down to 6, 7 and 8 from the top end because all that wind's pushing down. I think they definitely during the day follow the wind. So if it is pushing down to 6, 7 and 8, I would 100% move down there for the day, even if it's quiet. Just pull your rods in, take them down to 6, 7, 8. Fish them lilies because that's definitely their home during the day. So as you can see over here, that's 10 and 11. 10, this commands this bit here, this little canal, and they definitely move through here. So they come up from the canal bit, go into these lilies, and if you fish the edges of these lilies off peg 10, just down here, maybe one to the island there, the lad William, who I've known for quite a while, he used to fish Stanley Villa a lot, and now he fishes here a lot as well. Having a chat with him the other week when I was on, and he had apple slice, mini slice, obviously beat his PB, 31 pound, and had a load of other carp as well, and that was from peg 10, and he was just literally fishing down these margins here with a bottom bait top to a pink wafter. So, but yeah, enough talking. I'm going to go and get my stuff, get set up on the peg, and see how we get on. So having a look at the rig, we've got a standard PVA kind of rig, small little PVA bag leader, inline lead. I've taken out the insert as well on that just so it moves a bit easier. Fox wide gape, size 8 bag rig, and I'm trying the shot on the hooks. I've not caught on them yet. The first time I'm trying them, so you can use it with or without. And then these little bottom bait dumbbell hookers do me bites every time, topped with a little bit of a pink. This is a spicy squid, wafted as topped at the top of that. So it's really important to use a bottom bait. And then the goos that I use, I normally use the spicy squid goo, but I've gone with the pink almond this time, and the isotonic as well. So these bottom baits are the big river barbels, but anything like that, or a boilie, dark boilie, anything like that, tipped with a bit of pink, does me bites every time. So I did see a load of fizzing just here in front of these lily pads, so I'm going to just flick this little solid bag out here. Yeah, so we decided to go with peg 10. Couple of rods out, so it is 2 rods on here maximum. I've just put a solid bag here just on the edge of this lily pads here because I saw a fish show not long ago, and then just down the edge of that lily pads there as they come back up from the canal. Hopefully get one pretty soon. So now while we're waiting for the rods to rip off, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Newtons Lakes Fishery, just a bit of info. So you saw at the beginning where I showed you how to get into the fishery. There's no signs at the front. Just follow the postcode on Swimbooker, and just before you get to the bus stop on the left-hand side, pull into there, and there's a big house, Elliot's house. Drive in, car park at the back. It is bookings only, so just download the Swimbooker app if you haven't got it already. And it's £15 for a day session, £30 per 24 hour, but you do get a discounted rate if you book more than 48 hours, I think, if you just double check that. Maximum 2 rods, and just have a look at the fishery rules really. But it's got, I think it's got 11, yeah, it's got 11 swims. Majority of the swims are quite close to each other, so they're quite double pegged swims. Like this is number 10 and 11 is right there, and then all the way on the other side over there is 1, so there's loads of space, loads of water available in your swim. So yeah, just go on Swimbooker, check it out. It's in Kirkham, kind of Preston Kirkham, near Dobbies if you're coming from Preston. But yeah, great little venue. Quite a few carp in here. I think from what Elliot said there was 200 carp in here, and majority of the fish that I've had out have been 20s. There's a lot of ghost carp in here. There's some cats in here as well, to £23 I think. I've had one of them at 20. So yeah, loads to go at, and seems like a good water, so I definitely recommend doing a minimum of 24 hours just so you can get on your spots and get the carp coming to you, because they definitely follow the wind as well. So if you're on the back of the wind, they might come at you at night time. Pegs kind of 1, 2, 11, 10, 5 I'd say onwards this side in the bowl. Bit deeper water, I definitely think that's night kind of bites. That's majority of the place I've had my bites is at night in those swims, and then kind of like 6, 7, 8 all the way around that area in that canal bit is definitely day bites in the margins. So yeah, works really well. So yeah, I'd just probably fish lily pads, like I say, these little lily pads here, just fish on the edge of them. I've just moved my left rod down to this bit here in this little bit because I've just seen a load of fizzing. I've just seen a carp show. I did originally have it up there, but I've moved it a bit closer in, and then I've got one just on the edge here where I saw a carp show there as well. So I've never had a fish off the island yet, but who knows? If I put a rod there, I might be able to. So yeah, that's pretty much the info I think you guys need. And yeah, hopefully you get booked on, and hopefully in a minute we'll see some carp. Oh, nothing happened for the rest of the afternoon, and then as night time came, 10 p.m, I had this little common, and then at midnight I had a really good take, and a nice chunk in the net, so that's a good start to the night. So yeah, this is what we got. First good fish of the night. So 12 AM, rod absolutely roared off, 20-pound mirror, absolutely stunning. So yeah, the next morning I was walking around the fishery and looked over at peg 2, and the lads had packed up there, and there was loads of carp mulling around there, so I decided a move was on the cards. So I jumped into peg 2 and chucked a couple of solid bags out on the spots. So I did go with one on the island and the other solid bag just on the right hand side in the lily pads, and it definitely paid off, because literally about an hour later my rod roared off with this lovely 16-pound common. So yeah, absolutely stunning common that. So yeah, that came to the bottom bait tipped with the pink, and then about half an hour later on the same spot on the right hand side with the lilies, the right hand rod ripped off again with a stunning common. And yeah, so this common was definitely the best of the morning, best of the day session. Absolute carnage fight, fought like a wild carp. So I gave her a bit of carp care and sent her back off her way. The carp definitely fight really well in here. They're really healthy, all holding good weights as well. I know Elliot, the owner, he's putting some pellet out as well, putting some weight on them. So yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah, I had a funny question the other day. Someone said to me, how do you manage to fish during the week all the time? And one of the reasons is I run my own video agency. If you want more details, just message me. So yeah, the day got quite hot, so I decided to move down to peg number 6 in this bottom corner here, where they're all just kind of cruising around, and it definitely 100% paid off, because I landed an absolute chunk of a common. I believe it's one of the biggest, it is the biggest common in the lake. I think the biggest is 31 pound, which is a mirror, and this was 29 pound on the nose. I actually thought it was a PB at first, because my personal best is a common called the Bream at 29.4. But this was just on the nose at 29 pound. Absolutely stunning fish. Yeah, so half one, moved down to peg 6. I literally was fishing underneath my rod tips. I was just chucking a bit of krill pellet out on the spot, and yeah, she fell for it. Got her into the net. Moved back to my peg on peg 2 for the night, and it did not disappoint. 22 pound mirror, absolutely stunning fish. Load of starburst on its tail there as well. Really good fight, so I was really happy with that carp that night. So last night, after I put that carp back, I heard a load of movement over here by these trees, by these willows. So I decided to put a rod there, and it paid off, because 7 AM it absolutely roared off, and it was a mega take, and it was a mega fight. So I knew it was a ghostie, and it was this immaculate ghostie. It was stunning fish. Really happy with this proper gold plated ghostie. Probably one of the best fish I've ever had. So yeah, I was absolutely buzzing with this. Bit of carp care on her fins there, just at the top of the fins, because there was a bit of damage at the top, but off she went. So that was the end of my session for Newtons Lake Fishery. Hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe.